All right, what is up? Happy Monday, everybody. I know I'm not alone. That I've been thinking a lot about, well, what can I do? What can I do today? Because like Saturday, it was, well, what can I do? Go out to the White House, be there, bear witness, show solidarity, be in support, and it was shocking and scary, and I walked away with a lot of mixed feelings on it. You know, what would Prince do? And then I've thought a lot about it. Well, what would Prince do a week ago? What would Prince do today, a week later? Because I gotta be honest, it's fucked up down by the White House in terms of just vandalism and all that stuff, and with the White House, with fucking bunker bitch over there, I honestly am like, dude, let's keep going. Let's keep going, because the more you think about it, you know, how many millions of dollars has the president stolen from us to go just golfing? You know, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars have his children stolen from us so they can travel with more comfort? How many millions have been made incarcerating people? It's like a hotel. You're not making money if there's no occupancy. So I am 40 years old, and I don't feel like I am in a fire starting part of my life. Fire sign though that I am, and the transformative power of fire. I mean, catch me, God, if you'd caught me maybe 10 years ago, I'd like to think like maybe 6, but 10 and before, yeah, watch out. I would have been in a different mood. So anyway, I'm thinking like, well, what can I do? What can I do? Because, look, it's this reaction towards the police is all of ours, but it is not mine to spearhead. I need to, yes sir, yes ma'am, I am here for you, what do you need me to do? And I know that there are people with really good hearts that are lighting those fires out there for their black and brown brothers and sisters, but you know, cultural appropriation and white privilege follows you everywhere. And I was just seeing people getting hurt because white people were just antagonizing the police, who are designed to hurt you. Now, speaking of the police, I saw a moment yesterday debating if I was gonna stay out past curfew last night, and driving home from my work, which actually got cut early, and I really appreciated that from the bosses there. Rock and roll, very awesome people. But I saw a woman, and I can only assume her husband, or maybe her boyfriend, or it was someone, a romantic partner of this woman. This woman is a police officer, and they were parked several blocks away from the White House, you know, maybe a good mile, and where they safely parked. There's not really much going on, and he's helping her get her riot helmet on, and like, it's making me cry just even talking about it, because like, those look like really great people, and she, you know, all 5'0" is gonna go out there all battle armored to follow what? I don't know. And I know it's an impossible situation for them, and it'll be even more impossible if American soldiers have to, you know, really get involved. But so anyway, the whole reason for this video is just to say hi to everybody, and I thought of a way I can help, and I'm gonna do it today. And I'm gonna make a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I got crunchy, and I got creamy, and I'm just gonna make these sandwiches, go down and give them to protesters, because, you know, I left on Saturday night because I had to, well, it's like I was starving and I had to pee, and I just, you know, it was 3 in the morning, and there was a point where it's like, well, I need to go home. Well, there are some people that are probably going to be out and about that, you know, probably haven't eaten all day, and they've been going hard, and they need their energy. And anyway, that's just what I thought of for today. If that helps you think of things to do, because we can't just give up. on this. This is too wow. This is just too wow. You know, and it should fall. If the president continues to show his hand, I mean, his fucking tiny hands, he always shows them. If he continues to show his hands, yeah, sorry. The profit margin for a Target is more important than the person who's going to shop at a Target. The $20 counterfeit bill was more important than a man's life. You know, I saw a great thing. The worst looting I've ever seen was the fucking corporate bailouts that just happened. Hopefully you're all hip to all that stuff. So I'm going to wash my hands and make these sandwiches and go on down. Peace and love. What would Prince do? I think Prince would kind of, you know, you brought this on yourself and you keep talking yourself into a hole, bunker bitch. You turn the lights out. Well, you know what? Knock, knock. Is anybody home? But he'd also put on some peace music like Krong Bin. Some music of peace and energy, so that you can at least direct all that anger and all that energy somewhere. I'm putting it in the sandwiches. I get to use 2 knives at once. It's going to be fucking exciting. All right, let's wash these hands. That's a pretty good sandwich. So I'll stop at 3 loaves and see how this goes. I got plenty left to do it again tomorrow right away, and of course the grocery store is just over there. So while I was making my sandwiches, I just had a couple thoughts. One is there are definitely agitators out there that just want nothing but violence. They want nothing but. You've seen the video where there's the big pile of bricks in front of in front of the empty store with the big windows. You know, it's a retail store that hasn't been filled yet. Seen that video where they're like, "That's the bait." So there's plenty of people like that. They'll break some shit so that when people come across it and see it's broken, it just kind of takes advantage of how they're already feeling. Now there are some people that are willing to break shit. That, you know, gosh, you need those agents of chaos sometimes. You definitely need them on your side. So I was thinking of that in case someone was worried I was both sidesing it. No, not both sidesing it at all. And if I am, let me point it out to me and I can correct it. Correct my expression of it. And the other thought that I had, what the fuck was the other thought that I had? Let me eat some sandwich. The other thought that I had was, look, I'm thinking about some of the historic buildings that are seeing some massive makeovers, right? And you know, definitely there's a part of me that's crushed. It's devastating to see. And if these historical buildings were indeed built by slaves, as this country was built on the backs of slaves and continues to thrive with a slave master mentality and playbook. You know, it's like a shame in some respect to lose, you know, should these buildings like go completely down, and I don't mean just fucked up, but it's a shame to lose like the exquisite work that was done under such horrible circumstances. But it's also, I was just thinking, it's got to be because it connects those people still to us and to here through that building. But then again, that building keeps them here, and they need to be free, because when they were here and when they built that, it was just misery. It was slavery. So yeah, that's the part of me that's like, man, yeah, you know what? Trump doesn't deserve to fucking sit on top of anything and take pride in it. So if he's going to continue, and if our policing isn't going to get the message and all this stuff, well, if they are here to protect these nice things that we don't get access to, and that we get looted, taken advantage of to pay for those things, fuck those things. It's scary even saying that. But yeah, you don't deserve these things. And we've already shown you that we'll fuck them up. They're already fucked up. So maybe it needs to keep going. That guardhouse in front of the guardhouse in front of the White House. I mean, as cool as that thing was, it's so fucked up right now. Like, it doesn't matter that the next 20 feet are pristine. Fuck that up too. Anyway, I'm gonna go hand out these sandwiches. I hope you all are doing well, and stay safe out there. Peace. Isaac, it's fucked up out there, man. So I just got back from the White House, and it's fucked up. Totally peaceful protest. 30 minutes till curfew. We're all on our knees with our hands up, chanting, hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. We're on a knee. And they advance on us with a half hour before curfew and start firing tear gas. And then while we are retreating, because we all are retreating, they're still advancing and just firing. Now, I had my back to them as I was walking away because I was fucking scared. Like that was they just didn't give a fuck. Got my first taste of tear gas, and it was just a taste. I definitely don't want more of that. But yeah, America is the greatest purveyor of violence in the world. Everything about the police force is a show of force, is intimidation. And wow, I've never really experienced it like this. Then again, I don't know when I've ever seen this many police officers. But before this all happened, at about 6 o'clock, a bunch of suit and ties come out and walk the front line that's in Lafayette Park between us, and we're at the barricade, and then there's the row of officers, and these suits and ties get driven up, and it was like watching management surveying the cattle. The arrogance of them. I mean, I started shouting, take off your coat and stay a while. Take a knee in that nice suit. And their arrogance they think that this is great. Now, I will say, before I stop this video, that I can't honestly say, even though we have been peaceful and nonviolent, and I see exactly how this stuff started, even though I've seen agitators, white agitators at that, who over the last couple of nights, the thing is, I was coming in hours and hours after this had all started, and just the experience of all of a sudden all these officers that have been standing in a line, and some of them they're taking a knee, they're playing along, but they're just fucking playing along, and all of a sudden when they just and they all advance on you, I mean it's terrifying. Even and it's just pure intimidation. And I mean, St. John's Church is fine. They even already power washed off the spray paint. All the buildings down there There are people out there still now just boarding up the windows, protecting the buildings, and you can see where their priorities are. They really don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck. Nothing can matter until Donald Trump is gone, because we can't even begin to address these things with that lunatic. And we probably had a 7 o'clock curfew because he doesn't want us to see that he's hiding in the dark again. Little bunker bitch. Well, he's not little. He's a big, fat, fucking bunker bitch. So, yeah. I salute everybody that's out there doing everything that they're doing. When I was watching Louis Vuitton and the Rolex store get looted in Chicago, I was just like, down payment on some reparations for those individuals. Now, I can't say we've totally approached this with love. I was going to say that earlier. I think approaching it with love, pure love, which no one really thinks we can do, would be if everybody had a big dance party and we were cooking out and just not shouting and screaming at them, because violence, the violence is in your words, and shouting is a violent act in itself. So I mean, if they were to have tear gassed us when it was just because we didn't want to do curfew, but we hadn't yelled, we hadn't done anything at them, we were just there holding signs, having a great time, and being completely peaceful and full of love, I don't know, maybe that's what Prince would have done. I brought a backpack bumping Prince, which it got some nice feedback, but I think I got to go some James Brown. I think I got to do something that's not quite as under the radar, because most people, if they hear 15 Prince songs, chances are like they knew 3 of them, maybe. Especially when I'm DJing. Anyway, this is goddamn terrible. It's only going to get worse, and we got to hang in there, and it's just insane. Burn it down. They just really don't give a fuck. All right, well, peace and love. May you live to see the dawn.